If you're still struggling with Brexit, just imagine instead of pulling people out of the EU, you're making them a cup of tea. You say, "Hey, would you like a cup of tea?" And they go, "Oh my God, I would love a cup of tea, thank you." Then you know they want a cup of tea. If you say, "Hey, would you like a cup of tea?" And they're like, I'm not really sure. Then you can make them a cup of tea, or not, but be aware that they might not want it. And if they don't want it, then, and this is the important bit, don't force them to have it. Just because you made it doesn't mean you're entitled to watch them drink it. And if they say, "No thank you," then don't make them tea. At all. Just don't make them tea. Don't make them drink tea. Don't get annoyed at them for not wanting tea. They just don't want tea, okay? They might say, "Yes please, that's kind of you." And then when the tea arrives, they actually don't want the tea at all. Sure, that's kind of annoying, as you've gone to all the effort of making the tea, but they remain under no obligation to drink the tea. They did want tea, now they don't. Some people change their mind in the time it takes to boil that kettle, brew the tea, and add the milk. And it's okay for people to change their mind. And you are still not entitled to watch them drink it. And if they are unable to decide, don't make them tea. If they can't decide about tea, they can't answer the question, "Do you want tea?" Okay, maybe they felt able to decide when you asked them if they wanted tea, and they said yes. But in the time it took you to boil that kettle, brew the tea, and add the milk, they are now unable to think straight. You should just put the tea down, make sure they're okay, and this is the important part again, don't make them drink the tea. They said yes then, sure, but people who cannot decide cannot consent. If someone said yes to tea, started drinking it, and then died before they'd finished it, don't keep on pouring it down their throat. Take the tea away, because dead people cannot enjoy the tea they thought they wanted when you asked. If someone said yes to tea around your house in 2016, that doesn't mean they want you to make them tea now, or at all. They don't want you to come around to their place unexpectedly and make them tea and force them to drink it, or to wake up to find you pouring tea down their throat going, "But you said you wanted it!" If you can understand how completely ludicrous it is to force people to have tea when they don't want tea, and you are able to understand when people don't want tea, then how hard is it to understand when it comes to Brexit? Whether it's tea or Brexit, informed consent is everything. And on that note, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea.